Hello everyone, this is Lena Kears from Inspired Creations. I'm a Canadian independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I'd like to teach you how to make this beautiful triple easel card. So it folds flat to mail. It's a little bit thick, but it folds flat to fit in an envelope. And then it stands up like an easel, and it stands up like another easel, and it stands up like a third easel. So this is what it looks like when it's standing up. And I'll flip it a bit because I know the video won't show it if I'm standing it flat. So I'm not going to make this exact one, this exact style, but I'm using different designer series paper. So let's get started. It looks much more complicated than what it is. So now the main thing that you need to do is make sure you have all the pieces for your 3 easels. So this is all the pieces for my small easel. These are the pieces for my medium-sized easel, and this is the easel part. And then this is the biggest one at the back, and this is the easel part that will help it stand up. Okay, and this is the base of the card. So this is just a 5.5 by 4 1/4 and 5 1/4 by 4 that we're going to put together. And then actually this biggest easel, I'm going to put the white piece underneath here and then cover it with the pretty piece like that. Okay, and then we'll start building our 3 easels. So let's just get started with that piece. There we go. This seal is always great for being sticky. And we want to leave a 1/4 an equal edge all the way around. Okay. Now this one, you want to make sure that this can close easily and that it's pretty much exactly covering the white. I know, isn't that a pretty piece? And we're using that over there, but I wanted something kind of neutral for the bottom. That's always my problem with designer paper. It's always pretty on both sides, or mostly it is. Okay, so we're just going to use the bone folder on this to make sure that's going to fold nicely, and we can use it on here too. Okay, so now to put the big easel together, it's just these 3 pieces. It's actually a very easy card to make. It's just a little complicated to make sure you have all the different pieces that you need. So if there's any issues with it, I don't have a blog. I have a Facebook page, but it doesn't work quite like a blog. So you can email me and I will send you instructions if you are so inclined. I made up a PDF, and the dragonfly card is part of the PDF. So that's actually why I'm making this one, so that my customers can follow the video and know how to put it together. So now the tricky part is you don't want to put glue on the whole back because it's only going to stick to this part here. So it's going to stand up, and it's the same size, the same width as the width of the easel. So what I'm going to do is just fold this and put glue on here, and the seal is a nice strong glue, so that will work just fine. It doesn't give you second chances very much, so the trick is to get it on there pretty straight right from the get-go. Okay, So there we have the first one. Now you might wonder how's that going to stay in place? Well, that's what the middle one's going to do. So we'll just put this aside. There's our easel. Here's our 3 pieces. Which way do I want this? I guess like that. Okay, and we'll do a bit more decorating once we have all the 3 pieces done. So this one, the big one, is 5 1/4 by 4, 5. Well, 5. The yellow one is 5 by 3 3/4, and then this one is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So a 1/4 inch difference for each layer. Then this one is 3 inch square, and this is 2 3/4 inch square, and the designer series paper is 2 1/2 inch square. Okay, so pretty easy measurements once you understand how it works. Okay, I guess it's going to go like this. Okay, now that's going to sit from the bottom on this easel. So it will sit like this. So sharpen up these folds, and then only put glue on the bottom half of this. And again, this is the same width, so I'm just going to bring that right down to the bottom edge. There we go. Now, the trick is we have to glue this down now, because this is what's going to stop the easel from flopping all the way down. So what I did was I measured 1.5 inches down, and you can just, it doesn't have to be exact, but you can just put a little tick mark there. So that's where the fold is going to sit. So it's going to sit right against there, and you can just cover that up. And then equal distance from both sides, and then that will be stuck down, and it will stand up like this. Okay, so 1.5 inches, and then again from this one, 1.5 inches, we're going to put the next one down. Okay, so let's just put some glue on this. That looks pretty equidistant. This thing isn't exactly straight, but I'm not perfect, so. Okay, so now we'll put that one back, and then we'll put these pieces together. Oh, and I know I forgot something. I forgot the happy birthday words. So let me just grab those. Sorry about that. Okay, this is about the right size too. That will fit nicely on there. So I guess it doesn't really matter at which point I stamp it. I usually like to stamp before I glue, just in case. I'm just using black Memento ink, and I thought that would show well enough. That's why I didn't use a floral designer piece here. I just used the back of a similar piece to that. Okay, so now here's the easel for this one. So the easel is double the size. So this easel is 2 by 2. So then this is 2 inches wide and it's 4 inches long. This one was 3 by 3, so it's 6 inches long and 3 inches wide. And then this one was 4 by 4. No, it's actually longer because this isn't a square. So this was 10 1/4 actually, this whole piece in here, because it goes all the way down to here. 10 1/4 scored at 5 1/2, and then that scored in half is 2 5/8. But then the rest of the pieces are square. Okay, so don't give me a hard time there, Seal. Okay, and then we're just going to, let's measure this out first. So we said 1.5 inches. So put a little tick mark here. Now, the problem with this one is, if you see on my original one here, that this piece here is part of the easel for this one. Now, if you don't like the fact that it's sticking out over top of the designer paper, you can just cut that off before you glue it down, of course. So if I put this here and it's going to come over top this much, then I can just put a little tick mark there and I can cut that off, which I will do. It's approximately 1/2 inch. So then it will just come right up to here now. And then the belly band, or the little stopper, will sit at the bottom. Okay, so just going to cover over that mark. There we go. So it's going to sit like this, the 3 stand-ups, but I still need something to stop at this end, and that's going to be this piece right here. So this, I used the lovely label Pick-a-Punch, and I used the 1/2 inch piece, so it fit right into this bottom tray to cut it. Now I'm going to put that with dimensionals like this, so that's going to cover anything here. And where did I put my dimensionals? Oh, right here. And I'm going to put one in the middle just to give it some stability there. Okay, so that will stop that. That will stop that. And that will stop this one. Okay. And just fold this one flat a few times because it's a double layer in there. There we go. So I'm going to tip it just a little bit for you so you can see, but when I tip it, it wants to pop open. But this is what it looks like. And that's very pretty. This is the designer paper from the art gallery. Okay, now I need to do something here just to make it look a little prettier. So I was thinking maybe I could use this size here. You want to put this away so that when this folds flat, it's not laying on top of that, because we've already got so many thicknesses in here. So put it right at the end. Like in this one here, I use the cute little ladybugs, but that's an even higher thing. So I tried to make this kind of fit right in between so that when it all closes, you still have it here, but that's okay because you need the thickness for this. Okay, so that's going to sit like that. Now maybe I should, I think it's okay. I'm just thinking if I should have anything else in the middle here, but I think we'll just leave it. Okay, so we need to just add a couple of decorations. So I had in mind, I cut out one of the flowers from the designer paper, and I was going to raise that up and add a dragonfly. And I picked the blue kind of because there's some light blue in there. So, oh yeah, this is the back. That's the same paper that I did on the bottom. There we go. Now you have to always keep things kind of high because when it stands up, this is going to cover up to about here. So I'm going to put it at the top here. And then to draw attention that it's not part of this, I'm going to have the dragonfly coming, and that will be raised as well. So hopefully that will help be a visual thing that the flower is raised up. So I don't want to put the dimensionals on top of here, so I'll just maybe have it coming. Maybe I'll just have it coming like that. It's just coming towards it. And then I really like to give dragonflies sparkly wings. I think this one is almost empty. But don't throw them out when they're empty, because you can add a bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol in there, and that will take it off the sides of the casing. And you'll have more sparkles. You can even add a drop of ink if you want to change the color of it. So that's all I'm doing there. Then for the middle one, I thought I had this really little dragonfly, but I think it's too small. So I was thinking maybe I would add that one there. So the medium one, it comes out of the designer paper. So I took the orange one. And again, I'm going to put a dimensional under that. Just one should do it. And let's see, when it stands up, it should be kind of on the white here. Here, let's go into this flower here. And give them a little sparkle too. Not much coming out. I can touch that up later with a new one. And then here, I think we'll just put this one right there, and we'll use a glue dot for that because he's just very small. I noticed on this that the glue dot's not on the bottom, it's on the tape that pulls off. Maybe I was using old inventory before. Okay, so there you have it. It's really not difficult to put together, but I do recommend that before you start doing anything, you make sure you have all your bits and pieces for each layer. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Have fun with this. And here's all my information. This is my Facebook page. And this is my store if you need to shop for anything. And then my email is, I don't email myself. Okay. It is inspiredcreationsbylena@gmail.com. Inspired, not inspired, inspiredcreationsbylena@gmail.com. And if you email me, then I can send you the tutorial if you'd like or whatever. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.